Today we're in the Jeep and we're running Johnny Park Road from Highway 7 by Allenspark all the way over to Highway 36 above Big Elk Meadows. There's going to be forest, golden aspens, ridgetop views, some dispersed campsites, and a rocky finish. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Jeff Abel from Estes Park Living with Signature Home Team. Welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining us. Here on the channel, we share insights about the real estate market here in Estes Park and across all of northern Colorado, and give you a glimpse into what it's like to live in one of the most beautiful places on the planet. Today, we're exploring Johnny Park Road. It's Forest Service Road 118, and it's only about 6 miles long, but don't let the distance fool you. It's one of those routes that packs in history, scenery, and some driving variety. I'll walk you through the entrance, highlight some seasonal features, and share a little backstory along the way. The approach to Johnny Park takes you right past some local landmarks. If you're coming from the southeast, in Allenspark, you'll find the Bunt School, a one-room log schoolhouse built in 1888 that's on the National Register of Historic Places. If you're coming from Estes Park, you'll pass the Chapel on the Rock built in 1936 and still standing strong even after the 2013 floods. These give you a sense of the history and the resilience of this mountain community before you even hit the dirt. From Highway 7, you'll turn onto County Road 82, Big Owl or Cabin Creek, depending on where you're coming from. Drive slow and respectful through the neighborhood here, as it's a lived-in community. After you pass the Pearson Park Road on the left, you'll come to Johnny Park Road on the right. As you drive through this area, be mindful that you're driving through private property, so stay on the road. Now, the first mile or so is an easy forest cruise. Tall pine and aspen line both sides of the road, and the surface here is graded dirt with only minor rocks. It's a great section to relax, enjoy the forest, and get a feel for your vehicle. I always use this stretch to listen for anything loose, check tire grip, and make sure the Jeep's set before things get tougher. You'll hear birds, catch the smell of pine, and ease right into your day. If you're here in late September or early October, this stretch turns into one of Johnny Park's signature features. Groves of glowing aspen. Driving through these feels like a tunnel of gold with light bouncing off the leaves and carpeting the trail. On still days, the trees shimmer and quake, and that sound is almost like a round of applause. And when the wind picks up, the leaves fall like confetti across the trail. We've had some windy days here lately, and so you'll notice that a lot of the trees are already missing some of the leaves, and then others are still covered in gold. Fall is short here in Colorado, but this is one of the best places to catch it. As the road climbs, the forest opens into meadows and ridges. Here you'll see sweeping views across the St. Vrain Valley with Indian Peaks Wilderness stretching out to the west. On a clear day, Mount Meeker and Longs Peak dominate the skyline. This is the kind of spot you'll want to stop for a break, breathe in the mountain air, and take in how close you are to Estes Park while feeling completely remote. Johnny Park isn't just a fun Jeep trail. It started as a working road. Early on, this corridor was used for logging and later for utility access, cutting across the ridge between Highway 7 and Highway 36. For locals, it was also a practical shortcut in a time when canyon highways were rough or washed out. Later, after the Forest Service took over management, it became Forest Road 118, part of a network of seasonal backcountry roads. Even today, you'll notice straight corridors that hint at old utility lines and scattered stumps from early timber cuts. It's a drive through Colorado's natural beauty and its human history. On portions of the trail, you're going to see a lot of these slash piles. These are from cleanup from a lot of the dead beetle kill pine that happened in the last 10-15 years. Part of the cleanup process, and eventually these may be burned or they may be just left as they are along the trail. The middle section of Johnny Park has a little of everything: shaded forest, rocky ruts, and occasional wide open sky. After rain, the dirt loosens quickly and traction changes, so keep your line clean and steady. It's not a hard section, but it is engaging. Windows down, steady pace. It's the kind of terrain that keeps you connected to the trail without being exhausting. The final stretch on the east side is where Johnny Park shows its teeth. Here you'll find steeper grades, rocky ledges, and shelves where wheel placement matters. This is where I drop into 4 low and crawl it slow. Smooth throttle, careful steering, let the Jeep do the work. There are bypasses around the bigger ledges and drop-offs, so you can dial in how technical you want to go. It's challenging enough to keep you sharp, but not so extreme that it stops a properly equipped 4x4. This is the fun part and what makes finishing Johnny Park so rewarding. Along Johnny Park, you'll see several pull-offs where people camp. These are dispersed campsites, primitive spots with no services, just forest and sky. That's part of the appeal. Out here you can sit by a fire ring when the fire bans allow, listen to elk bugling in the fall, and look up at the sky full of stars. But it also means you need to be self-sufficient. Bring your own water, pack out every bit of trash, and respect the land so these spots stay open for everyone. Here's one that we found a little bit off the trail. You've got your fire ring, you've got some rock outcroppings, and you've got just an amazing view. So if you're looking to get away from all the craziness of town and the busyness of the park, imagine spending a night out here under the stars. At the east end of Johnny Park, as you come out towards Highway 36, lies Colson Gulch, an area full of homestead history. Settlers once built cabins and tried to make a life in these rugged valleys. Today you can still see remnants of foundations and wagon routes if you hike the area. It's fragile history though, so if you explore, stick to the signed routes and respect closures. These are living museums of Colorado's mountain past. All right, we're coming up on the end of our trip almost, but not quite yet. I wanted to share another spot. If you happen to be doing this trail backwards in the reverse order that we did it, and you're coming in from the Highway 36 side, as you come up the paved road, you're gonna hit the dirt road, and you'll see that the road splits. Over to the right is the road out to Big Elk Meadows, and you're gonna wanna take the trail on the left as the pavement ends immediately to get to Johnny Park. Big Elk Meadows has its own story. During the 2013 Front Range floods, 5 small dams failed here and the valley was devastated. The water system was destroyed, homes were damaged, and recovery took years. Across the region, canyon highways like the Big Thompson and the St. Vrain were rebuilt from the ground up. Today it feels calm and peaceful, but the history adds depth. These mountains are beautiful, but they're also powerful. After we come past Big Elk Meadows, we'll join up with the paved highway, which will come out to Highway 36 just west of Pinewood Springs. That'll allow us to head back into Estes Park. If you're looking to extend your trip, we mentioned Pearson Park earlier. There is a one-way out and back trail there. It used to connect to closer to Estes Park, but part of the road was washed out during the 2013 floods, and so it is no longer a loop, but just an out and back trail. Before you go, here are a few essentials. Check the Forest Service Motor Vehicle Use Map for seasonal dates and closures. The trail usually runs mid-June through early December, but snow or mud can change access. Bring recovery basics like a strap, compressor, first aid kit, water, and snacks. Cell service is limited, and remember to drive slow and respectful through the neighborhood and at the highway entrance. Johnny Park is short, but it offers aspen groves, ridgetop views, and a fun finish, all within minutes of Allenspark and Estes Park. Well, I hope you enjoyed this run through Johnny Park Road. As a reminder, I'm a licensed real estate agent here in Colorado, so if you've got any real estate questions or you're thinking about making a move, I'd love to be your resource. If this video was helpful or you found it interesting or entertaining, it really helps the channel if you click that like button, and if you subscribe, you won't miss next week's video. Until then, we'll see you around town. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I've handpicked a couple of other videos I think you'll like next. Start with this one over here, or check out this one over here.